compound, this base has 6 external TCs that are disconnectable. To disconnect, just place a foundation and a square roof. We'll break these 2 triangle floor frames. Go ahead and break your square. You can place these 2 back to reconnect your external TCs. There are 6 gatehouses. Each gatehouse comes with box space here, as well as external peaks and internal peaks into your compound. Heading onto the compound, there are 6 spots for furnaces and a bunch of room for ore refineries. This compound is protected by 6 auto turrets. To get up, jump on your ore refinery and head through this front door. This is room here for more lockers or Dropbox space. Heading onto this floor, there's 2 loot rooms for Dropbox, as well as Dropboxes under your jump up. Heading up to the bed floor. This bedroom has a spot for 8 beds, as well as 4 lockers. Heading up again to our shooting floor. We have our large batteries protected by a garage door. And into our shooting floor. Wide gap peaks that give you into your compound, out to forward operating bases. A little interesting peak here as well. That also gives you a view. Heading up to the roof, we have a single door here for roof retakes and your garage door onto the roof. The roof is protected by 2 auto turrets, has 2 windmills, and unique roof placements that give you different peaks into the compound without exposing your head to fob, as well as the fob retake here. Heading back down to our core, there's room here for workbench, lockers, drop boxes, or furnaces. Drop down is protected by a shotgun trap with more Dropbox loot. This is a first loot room with 3 kits, as well as a vending machine. Got your loot rooms, furnaces, and your main loot here as well with workbench. There's a lot of space to place bags down here, depending on how big a group is. To begin building the base, we're going to work on our starter. There's 2 options for the starter for this base, depending on how much loot you and your group have obtained. The first option is just simply a half circle with triangles, followed by square foundations coming off of these sides. You go ahead and wall this in like this, leaving this one open for a wall frame. Go ahead and roof this off. TC I like to put in the middle section, and you'll see why later. And then to build your half-heighted triangle, you just have to go around the outside, place this all on twig. You can go ahead and place that in there like that, and go ahead and break it. I like to make this room here a loot room, and this one here is going to be your furnace and bedroom. If you did obtain a lot more loot, the second option for your starter, finish off a circle, and do the same thing with your triangles. Go ahead and wall all this in, leaving this open here for your door. Have the triangle, another door. Fill the roofs in. Make your jump up here. I like to make this one another loot room as well. And here's how the inside should look. This is how I like to lay out my starter. A couple furnaces in here. Put a large box as well in here for storage. Entering in here, there'll be Dropbox loot underneath your jump up. A quick your first loot room. Another furnace room deeper into the core. That's going to be well more protected. TC room, and then another loot room with your workbench here. Heading outside for the first bit of our expansion. We're going to place triangles here as honeycombing, with walls on top like this. Once you've made it all the way around the base, you can head up to the second floor. Go ahead and put roofs on all of these, and wall this floor in. Go ahead and wall your jump up into the next floor. You can decide where you want your exits. I like to make them on this triangle here and this triangle here. Go ahead and place wall frames like this. Making sure the door path does not lead to your corridor. Set up to this door. At this point, you can go ahead and wall in the rest of your honeycombing. Go ahead and make 2 loot rooms here and here for Dropbox loot. And go ahead and put on your roofs. Your second jump up. Door on there. Go ahead and door these in. You can add more doors here if you'd like. Just by adding another wall frame and a door. At this point, we can go ahead and destroy this first wall into our front entrance. Replace it with normal wall. Coming up to our new entrances, we're going to have to place ladders here. You do have the option of placing an oil refinery here, but just in case, I like to place a ladder. It's a little more safer. That's the way in right now. Go ahead and do it on the other side. Go ahead and fill in this wall. Here's how I like to furnish this floor of the base. Furnish some Dropbox loot here. Coming in, 2 more full loot rooms of Dropbox. We jump up here, guarded by a shotgun trap with more Dropbox loot. Heading back down here, now that you've replaced your front door, you have 2 options. You can either destroy this wall and place a full wall here, or I like to take this door out and place a vending machine for extra loot. For the next part of this base, we're going to head back outside. We're going to be placing triangle foundations as honeycombing up against these square parts here. So just go ahead and place your triangles every other spot. And then go ahead and go back through and place walls for honeycombing. Heading up to the top floor, we're going to put roofs on all of these honeycombs, including the one behind jump up. We're going to go ahead and go and wall this all in. Again, including the one behind jump up. Once everything is walled in, you can go ahead and wall off your inner honeycomb. Making sure that your outer honeycomb is open. Building a twig here. Just a half wall with a 4 triangle on top, just like this, on every part of our honeycomb. Deleting the half wall after you place the triangle. You'll have to do this to the one behind jump up as well. To do that, you can just build into the list. You should be able to place it through the wall. Go ahead and break this. We can go ahead and put wall frames here. And then your jump up will be here. Go ahead and wall that off. And now we can go ahead and place all of our roofs here. Finish off our jump up. Coming into this section, these square bits are going to be your bedrooms. You can go ahead and place beds now if you have them crafted. Make sure to not place them up against this here. You want to place them more towards the front of these rooms, as eventually you're going to be placing the window frame. now you can go ahead and place double doors to protect your bedrooms. If you do have garage doors, I do recommend putting them down. If not, you have to wait. And a shotgun trap here again. More Dropbox loot. Heading to the outside of the base, we're going to work on our external TCs. To start this off, build 4 squares going out, break the first 3, and build back with triangle foundations. You can go ahead and break these 3 triangle foundations, and place square foundations coming off this triangle, followed by triangles heading back towards the base. Go ahead and break this square foundations, place a triangle reconnecting to that square, and place 2 wall frames like this. Going to this square, we're going to place 2 triangles on each side with a window frame in each front, 2 wall frames like this, and a half and a low wall like this. Next, place triangle 4 frames here, and a normal triangle there, with our triangle roofs facing inward. You go ahead and half wall all of this off. And you go ahead and place doors on these as well. This is going to act as peaks from inside your compound and outside your compound, as well as Dropbox loot up here on this triangle. Which might be a little tricky to place, but we can do it just like that. Now to place the external TCs, we're going to head back out and build a half moon with triangles, followed by a square foundation, 3 triangles like this. Go ahead and break these. This is going to be your TC pod. You can build it anyway, just make sure that this wall here is 2 half walls stacked. There's your TC, put a door on. And then to make these disconnectable TC, we're going to build with the floor frame here, triangle floor frames here, and then connect it like this. This is going to connect your outer TCs to your wide gap piece. And then to disconnect this, there's a square foundation with a roof. Then disconnect those 2. Place it back to reconnect. Onto the wide gaps, we're going to be placing our wall frames here. On the 3rd one, leaving this one open, we're going to replace it with a window. So it'll look like this. Heading up to this floor, we're going to use that half wall triangle we placed earlier to snap this onto. Put out a floor, 2 load walls, and then a ramp placed in the low position facing outward. Like that. Go ahead and place your 2 triangles here. You can go ahead and window off the shooting floor. And place a floor frame connected to the wide gaps like this, so you're able to walk across without falling into the hole here. Entrances into the shooting floor, we're going to wall off this triangle here, and here, and wall off this as well up here. Off this triangle as well, making your 2 entrances here and here. To make roof access, 2 half walls with a triangle on top, a wall frame, and a doorway like this. Push that off. And do the exact opposite on this side. So we're going to place our wall frame on this side, and our doorway on this side. Place this here and here. There's an option here if you don't want to have a wall here. What you can do is go ahead and do this. This will create another peak on your roof, although it won't be too useful, but it's just an option. I personally don't like using it. Go ahead and place wall frames here to make another loot room. Go ahead and place wall frames here to put more doors into the shooting floor. And here you could place a locker and a window if you want, or if you don't want, just go ahead and wall it off. I like to place lockers here, so I'm going to put a window on each side. And at this point we can go ahead and put our ceilings on this part of the base. Going back out to the shooting floor, for stability we're going to be putting wall frames on each part of the triangles. Once they're all placed, you can go ahead and put yourself with the shooting floor. Just like that. Heading into the shooting floor, we're going to be putting our doors down, facing outward, here, here. Same way outward on this part. These here are going to be for large batteries, or if you need more bed space, you can put beds here. But I do like to put my large batteries up here. You can go ahead and window these off and put a door here. I do like to make this a garage door. Heading onto our jump ups, we're going to place you have the industrial door like I do here. Place it so you can have this glass to peek through. Make sure it's facing outward, and then a garage door here. Do that on this other side as well. Heading into the shooting floor, we're going to be placing our window frames. If you'd like, you can put some down here, but personally I don't like it as it removes some of the visibility. Another option is to place doors here to lower off the access in your shooting floor. That's once again just an option, doesn't have to be done. If you do want to do it, I don't recommend doing it on every single side. Maybe just on 2 of the sides. So here, heading along to the other side. Do it here. Heading up to the roof now, we're going to be placing half walls on these triangle parts here, facing outward, and then square roofs on top of those. And then go ahead and go through and place window frames like this. This is where there's some options on what you want to do with the rest of your shooting floor. You can put another square roof like this on each side, or the way I like to do it, place 2 triangles here, roof triangles like this and this. Go ahead and break these 2 triangles, and then a roof triangle facing out on this part. This just creates a little interesting peak, a little different, that you can use. So you can go ahead and do that in the rest of the base as well. Once you've placed your roofs, we can go ahead and make the spot for our windmills, just by putting 2 wall frames, and then a floor triangle on top, and then building 2 high along those, and out just like that. Go ahead and place your windmills down. at that point, the base is done. It's time to work onto the compound. For your compound, you're only going to need 2 high walls between each of your gates. The best way to place these is to do it at about an angle like this and have it connect a little bit of gap right there. You should very easily be able to tell if it fits or not. Place it. These aren't very hard to place, so it should be pretty easy to do. Go ahead and put that around the entire base. Once you place your high walls, you can go ahead and place your metal barricades down. The easiest way to do it is to place these 2 triangles on each side. Place a barricade there, and here. Go ahead and break these off. And then put another brazier on the square. It might not fit this way, so you might have to put it this way as well. If you do put it that way, try to angle it a little bit. That should stop anyone from coming in. For the rest of your compound, you can go ahead and put furnaces and oil refineries. Depending on how wide you put these walls out, the way I put it, you can only put 1 furnace, and you only can put 1. I put it as far back as possible. This will stop anyone from being able to jump out of your compound with this. You can place those on all 6 sides. And then same with your oil refinery, although here I do like to pick up our ladder. Put an oil refinery here to jump up instead. If you don't want to do that, you can go ahead and place a ladder hatch here instead. And this will stop any raiders trying to get in through your front door, as they're going to have to ladder themselves as long as this is closed. But for now, I am going to leave it with oil refinery. So. And that is the compound for the base. You can put turrets throughout the compound, on the roof, inside the base, wherever you'd like. I do leave that up for customization. Heading into the bedrooms though, at this point we can go ahead and remove these triangles. And same with the one back here. For this, I'd like to put a shotgun trap facing outwards back here, as far back as possible. And then a wooden frame as well. This shotgun trap's almost impossible to see from a raider coming from top down. As you can see, you can't see it like this, but if you fall down, it will shoot you and kill you. And then for our bedrooms, go ahead and squeeze a locker back here. Each of them. And then a window. I like to break these as well and put